So in the previous pages, you learnt about diet and nutrition. In this page, I'll be talking about the most important and the most misunderstood macronutrient, which is carbohydrate. For some time now, carbohydrates have been portrayed as macronutrients which are bad for the body. Consumption of carbs in diets like the ketogenic diet and the low carb diet is almost minimal. But are carbs really that harmful? Let's find out. Are carbohydrates good or bad? Before answering that question, I'll tell you a bit about carbohydrates and shed light on the two main types of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are macronutrients which are essential for the functioning of the body. Carbohydrates are mainly composed of three components: fiber, sugar, and starch. Apart from carbohydrates, the body needs two more macronutrients: fats and proteins, as explained in the previous pages. Now, carbohydrates are very important for the body, majorly because at the time of digestion, carbohydrates get converted into glucose, and glucose is the main source of energy for the body, especially the brain, which cannot use fats and proteins as a form of energy. Food products that are a major source of carbohydrates include dairy products, vegetables, fruits, nuts, grains, sugary foods, and sweets. Now, based on the three main components of carbohydrates, fiber, starch, and sugar, they are broadly divided into two categories: simple carbs and complex carbs. Simple carbs are those carbs whose main component is sugar. This includes food products like refined sugar, honey, milk, high fructose corn syrup, and fruit juices. And complex carbs are those carbs whose main component is either starch or fiber. High fiber complex carbs have much higher fiber content. For example, fruits, nuts, vegetables, and whole grains like brown rice and whole wheat flour. High starch complex carbs are those carbs whose fiber component is removed, which only leaves behind the starch component. Examples include refined flour, white rice, and even cereals. Now the question is, are all carbs equal and impact the body in the same way? At the digestion level, all carbs get converted to glucose and increase the blood sugar levels. But simple carbs and high starch complex carbs increase the blood sugar faster as compared to high fiber complex carbs. High fiber complex carbs like fruits, vegetables, brown rice take time to digest. As a result, it takes time for the glucose to release into the bloodstream. This is the reason why high fiber complex carbs are important for us. Basically, they regulate the blood sugar. Refined carbs or high starch complex carbs like refined flour release the glucose into the bloodstream much faster upon digestion. This spikes the blood sugar instantly. And high sugar in the body is converted into fat and stored in the body. This leads to lifestyle diseases like obesity, heart diseases, diabetes, and weight gain.